It's Capital City Racing, it's Chaos City Racing. Well, we have a blockbuster hit once again. It's the streets of Baku. Let's go racing. Drop the clutch and we go, and it's a good start from Dungeon. Whiteside follows through, but who's going to get the whole shot? It's going to be the Audi. Then a green Lamborghini follows in behind. And then it's Chaos in the back as Moto got a good launch, but no one at the top makes moves. A Ferrari got loose there. I think it was Steve. He loses a lot of places now, but Dungeon leads from Whiteside. Moto and one of the, I think that was one of the Peugeots. Let's find out. Moto, then SOT. Jerry Paco in 5th, where he started, an SOT down in 8th now. So, very chaotic start as we get into the castle section. Everyone making, oh, there's a spin in the back, and Caspian spun as well nearly. Pocanaldo spins round, and that's not a good start from him. He's going to have to try his best to make the comeback. Whiteside following Dungeon. Out, oh, and into the wall! 2 into the wall! One of the Agiles, and Whiteside has lost his front wing. We've got the first retirement of the day, and pow, into the wall he went. And that's a wheel gone for Thax. A sad, sad ending to what could have been a really good race for him. And Papa John also round there. Caspian goes past. Lap 1 done. Lap 2 begins here in Baku. And I think Whiteside, oh no, Whiteside didn't lose his front wing. He was fine, but he did hit the wall. Dungeon doing a brilliant job to fend off Whiteside here. As, oh, and into the wall goes Jerry Paco. Into the wall, no damage, but big moment for him. And luckily he can get the car back onto the track without any damage, but nearly strike 2 in this race. Meanwhile, SOT, oh, he's lost his front wing and into the wall again. Meanwhile, Just Maxi is out of the race, and it's not been the greatest season for him, and now he's lost his wheel. Speed for Ages in 3rd meanwhile. But back to what I was going to talk about. SOT has lost his front wing and is down in 10th. It's terrible for the runner-up in this championship. We got Pitters down at pit lane, and Whiteside stayed out, but Dungeon's come in, Moto's come in. It's a double stack for Audi. Oh, some smoke in the pit lane there, I think from one of the Ferraris. That was Steve. But chaotic pit lane. SOT moves up a few spots because of the pit stops, but overall, not a great day for him. We got a front wing off the track there, and here's Dungeon now. Oh, and we got a spinner, and that was a Lamborghini of Meow, and he was up in 3rd, but now he's going to lose a few positions. Oh no, and spun round in the pit lane is Whiteside. Race leader, who was supposed to pit, loses his nose and spins at pit entry. Have you ever seen this before? Well, last time I did, it was Winford season 1. Unbelievable. And the throwaway of the century potentially for Whiteside. Oh no, Speed's lost his front wing. Speed for Ages, race leader, has lost his front wing. And you can see Dungeon there catching up as he hits the wall. Speed does. And Dungeon, who was leading before the pit stop cycle, is now chasing down Speed for Ages before he even enters the pit lane. So Speed's coming in. Moto in 3rd, he's going to go up to 2nd. It's going to be an Audi 1-2 once again. Oh, and look at that, what's happened to Speed, as he's just gone off. Speed has just stopped on the side of the track, and I don't know what's happened, but it's not good. And rain has started to fall now. The raindrops are here. They were imminent from the start of this race, but now they are, well, here finally. Has Dungeon lost his front wing? Yes, he has, surely. Yes! Dungeon, who's going to have to come in anyways, has just lost his front wing. Moto will be next in line for this Grand Prix victory, I'm sure of it. Oh, and a big moment for Whiteside. 2 wheels in the air, and this isn't V8 supercars. Calm down. Caspian's in the wall. Caspian, 2 wheels off the car, and into the wall he goes. And that's what happens when the rain kicks in at Baku. Moto out the first corner. He is still in second because Dungeon hasn't pitted yet, but I think they will in unison pit together. Speed is still off the side of the track, and back to Ysai because 2 wheels in the air as if it's supercars. Moto in the wall at the castle section. Unbelievable, and I'm losing my voice here halfway through. But what an unbelievable race we're getting. Oh my goodness. Moto trailing Dungeon as he hits the wall. And now, oh, he nearly lost his front wing. I thought he did. Ysai, I think he's hit the wall. Has Ysai hit the wall? Yes, he has. Meanwhile, Dungeon Fanatics has pitted. He's going to add another front wing to his car, and he's going to add some wet weather tyres. Moto inherits the lead, and Audi, they're not going to be hurt that much by it. Oh no, he's on soft. Dungeon is on softs. That is unbelievable. Why in this weather would you go on softs? I think it was purely for the nose change, but now he is down to 5th. Jesus, Steve is ahead of him. SOT in the wall, and that's his race over. Big. Oh, and heels as well. And it's chaos for not only the Ferrari driver but the Porsche driver as well. Heels in the wall, has lost all his tyres at the front of his car. We've still got pitters. Dungeon Fanatics in 4th and into the wall, and it's pow into the wall at turn 2. Dungeon loses his front wing once again. Jerry Paco passes the destroyed car of SOT. And Ysai's in the pit lane. So Ysai and Moto, these two are unbelievably close, and I can say this, it's going to be a battle for the victory here on the streets of Baku as they go to mediums. So they don't think the track is wet enough yet. So they think it's still dry enough to stay on the dries. Let's find out as Moto passes Alton, I think that is. Oh, we've had a moment in the back of the field there on the straight. Dungeon is about to get lapped by Moto. This is domination on another level. And oh no, sorry, Dungeon. Sorry, I'm clueless. Dungeon isn't being lapped. He's actually ahead. It just didn't render. Oh, Ysai's a bit of a slide there as he laps the. Is that the Alton? Yeah. And Moto is presumably going to inherit the lead over in just a few moments from Dungeon out the castle section. And now, I thought it was dry for a moment there, but they're side by side and on the inside, and Dungeon is going to keep the lead, I think. Was Moto taking it? He's going to have that long straight to decide whether he gives the lead to Dungeon, but I think he's already decided it here. Moto leads here in Baku, and with just 8 laps to go. Oh, rain stopped meanwhile. So going on to dries was a very good move, because now Moto leads on the dries, in the dry and into the wall. And it's Moto! Moto hits the wall, loses his front wing. Dungeon leads, and Ysai should probably start thinking of going on the attack. My goodness, what a chaotic race in Chaos City, in Capital City. As Ysai just hit the wall. Dungeon leading. Moto, and then Ysai who taps the wall gently. No damage. Unbelievable. And Jerry Paco's there. Don't count Jerry Paco out of this race. My word. Looking at... Oh, Ysai goes wide meanwhile and goes deep but doesn't hit the wall. Something's happened to Jerry Paco. And Ysai... Oh, and into the wall slightly. But he doesn't lose much of his grip. And now Moto is behind Ysai. Dungeon has just under 5 seconds. Or just over 4 seconds, sorry. But Ysai's got the pace. Ysai seems like he has the consistency. Ysai on the front straight. We've only got 3 more laps of racing remaining. And Ysai has gained and gained and gained on Dungeon. And now it seems like the attack is imminent. Will Ysai win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix? Put your votes down in the comment section. put your votes in. It's seeming like Lamborghini versus Audi is going to go in favour of the Swedish driver. Dungeon makes it. Oh, and a slide from Weissai there, as Dungeon is going to breathe a bit now because he made a mistake, but it doesn't matter because Weissai made an even bigger mistake there. Up the castle section, slides when he doesn't need to, but it doesn't matter. This is just showing how hard Weissai is pushing it. We're about to go on to the final lap and Weissai's DRS on the front straight. Let's go round one more time. The final lap of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And Weissai is pushing. Weissai is absolutely going for it. And I thought in the wall for a moment was Dungeon. That was just a lag on my screen. Potentially also for you. Weissai is catching. They're closer than ever. But there's no space into the next few corners. He's going to look into Baku corner. There's no space there. Oh, and a slide! And he manages to save it. But now, into Haydar Aliyev corner. He can't find space as he hits the inside wall and loses his front wing. And in incredible circumstances, he couldn't find space into Baku. He couldn't find space into Haydar. And now, the mistake in castle section means Dungeon Fanatics, the Irishman in the Audi, is going to win on the street. What an unbelievable race. And it wasn't a bad one at all. Onto the front straight for the final time. And Dungeon, who's got lost wing after wing, has nearly destroyed his car on multiple occasions, will defeat and defy the odds and win in Baku when no one believed in him. And Dungeon Fanatics wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. It's second for Weissai in the end, third for Moto, and another brilliant day in the office for the Audi crew. And it was certainly a chaotic race in capital city Baku.